Hey guys, this is Spartacus here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Warzone because in the last 24 hours, I have gotten 3 wins in Warzone, which is very interesting considering I only have 4 total wins in Warzone as of right now. And of course, Warzone has been out for quite a while now, and so I really want to talk about it because I enjoy playing it. I love it so much. I think it's better than Blackout, and I know a lot of you are probably going to disagree with me because it's Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare just really isn't that great of a game. Well, yes, maybe on a multiplayer standpoint, I don't think it's that great. I mean, don't get me wrong, the game has definitely grown on me a lot, but Warzone, there's something about it that I just love so much more than Blackout, right? There's something about this battle royale that just, I get, you know, like I understand how it works, and I like how simplistic the actual mode is. I don't think it's too hard or too complicated to actually understand. I feel like there isn't a bunch of useless loot on the ground like there is in Blackout. I mean, of course, all the loot in Blackout isn't necessarily useless. Most of it's just attachments that you can swap or put on your weapons, right? And customize the weapon however you want while you're playing the game, which I think is a cool, unique feature for Blackout. Of course, we don't have that here in Modern Warfare, or at least in Warzone anyway. What's cool though, you can create your own loadout and buy a loadout drop and then create your own loadout. And of course, this is kind of a powerful way of actually getting the weapons you want early on and then using them for the entire match. I got to admit, I do like Warzone though, even though I'm not particularly good at it. And I think one thing is I can win my gunfights. It's definitely a lot easier to kill enemies in Warzone than it is in Blackout, because with Blackout you can have level 3 armor and a trauma kit, and those two combined, you are just like a juggernaut. I mean, you have so much health, and when I'm shooting at someone with that setup and they go behind a corner, they might have consumer on and then they have another trauma kit that they could just pop in like 3 seconds, and then while they're repairing their armor, and then when I'm trying to rush them thinking that they're weak, they're actually not, because then they have all their like health back basically, and I ended up getting screwed over because I rushed them and I made a big mistake, right? But here in Warzone, if you rush someone who's trying to put in their armor plates in, you may actually end up winning that gunfight, because there's an animation where you have to put in the armor plates and they can't actually fight back, right? Because they don't have their gun up. And I actually like this a lot more. And this is something that we kind of see in Fortnite, where in Fortnite, you have to actually stay still in order to consume like the, what's it called? The shield juice or whatever it's called that game. Like the elixirs, what is it called? Shield potion, I guess, right? You have to actually stay still to consume shield potions in Fortnite. Of course, in Fortnite, you can build around you, so it makes sense that you can just stay still and do that. Same with healing with like a med kit and stuff like that. Here in this game, of course, in Warzone, you can actually move around while putting in your armor plates, which makes a lot of sense. I can't see why you wouldn't. But I kind of like the idea where you can't actually fight while you're repairing your armor or trying to get more armor on yourself. I think this is a great addition in the game. I think it's better than Blackout, where you still have your gun up while you're healing, or while you're repairing armor anyway. There is an animation for healing in Blackouts, but for armor wise, you can still have your gun up while repairing it. But there's just another thing about Warzone that I really enjoyed, is the contracts and the whole cash system in the game. I think this is awesome. I love how you can go to different buy stations to actually buy armor plates. You can buy a self revive, you can buy a UAV, you can even call in your teammate back in or have him respawn, so that way you don't feel left alone, you know. And that also kind of brings up another point, is you can respawn in Warzone, right? Where in Blackout, you typically are only going to have 1 life, unless you're playing one of those alternate game modes where it has like respawns and stuff like that, like Alcatraz portals, for example. But here in Warzone, you can get multiple chances. When you first die, you can go to the gulag and you have a second chance to 1v1 with someone and get back into the game. I think that's an excellent feature. You have to prove yourself to get a second chance, and I love that. And even if you die after that, your teammates can still buy you as long as they have enough cash and find a buy station, right? These are features that I think is so good for a battle royale game, at least for Call of Duty anyway. And also, I'd like to mention that when it comes to like the gulag thing, I really like the fact that if I die instantly as soon as I drop somewhere and I just get totally screwed over, I don't have to deal with like loading screens and if I have to find a new match and all that stuff. Where Blackout, you have to do that. Like the loading screens are really long in Black Ops 4 than they are in Modern Warfare. And I really hate that. I really hate when I play solos in Blackout and I die instantly. I have to go through the whole loading screen process again. It's so irritating. Well, here in Warzone, I get a second chance in the gulag, so I can actually stay in the match longer. But even if I do end up dying in the gulag right away as well, I mean, at least the loading screens aren't that long, so I guess that's a good thing. I don't know, you guys. I'm telling you, there's something about Warzone that I just love way more than Blackout. And of course, there's some actual factual things about Warzone that's all around way better than Blackout. First of all, Warzone is free, right? Anybody can play Warzone. Blackout, you have to actually buy Black Ops 4 in order to play Blackout, which is a shame. And I know for the longest time people have been wanting Blackout to be free, but yeah, that's probably never going to happen. Warzone's the free battle royale that everybody can download on any platform that is Call of Duty, right? So I think that's good, and it's cross-play. I mean, that is one kind of concern a lot of people have, is they don't like the fact that you can enable cross-play, or like you have to have cross-play enabled in order to play Warzone. Personally, I think this is a good thing just because it's easier to get into matches, even though you might go up a PC player, or if you're a PC player, you might go up against a console player with aim assist, because apparently aim assist is a big deal now in the PC community. But yeah, I think Warzone is better than Blackout. It's kind of a controversial subject. I have so much more wins in Blackout, of course, and I never really played Blackout that much. Blackout definitely seems a little bit easier for me, but that's also another reason why I like Warzone more, is because it's harder. I like having a challenge presented to me, especially in Call of Duty games, and Warzone's a good exception because when you do get that win, it is so satisfying compared to Blackout, at least in my opinion. So anyway, that's all I really want to talk about with Warzone, because I've just been doing a lot better recently. I've been playing it more, I've been trying to get really into it, and I am getting into it. I'm starting to really understand the map layout. I'm starting to understand how to actually approach certain situations when they come up. I really like Warzone, you guys. And if you guys don't really give Warzone a chance, I highly recommend you do. I mean, the game's free, for God's sakes. I mean, you can just uninstall it if you want to. But yes, I am very happy with this game right now. I mean, I am terrible at it. I gotta be honest with you. I'm still bad at Warzone, but I am gonna play it a lot more during Season 4 once it comes out this week. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more Call of Duty videos in the future, and I shall catch you guys later.